I know it's a blurry photo, but I wanted to use it because look. There's also a toga version of this, but I'll do that later if we have a toga. But let's get on. Struggling got you no way before, and still, it doesn't benefit you. And when you held captive by an insane hero, mostly delusion, you had no knowledgeable about the pure intentions or delusion until now. Knowing and seeing it made you realize just how deadly that one could be, how twisted the mind of a person. You lay still on a bed, mentally exhausted and head throbbed in so much pain. You couldn't handle laying your head on the pillow anymore. You draw in soft breaths, thinking of how many times you've done it, the change your cold against your skin, clawing at your ankle and steadily forcing your legs to reoppose. You haven't gotten up for at least 2 days. However, he came. You would pretend to sleep, although you don't know till when you could keep this up. He was becoming impatient and could tell from the deep tone in his voice how it spoke of lovingly you so deeply, and just how he would do anything to make you love him. Just reminding it made your heart beat. Streaking around in your position, you gazed at your hands, noticing that they become fair since you never left the house ever once. You never stepped out of the entrance for a month or more. You have tried escaping once, but before you could have the second chance, Izuku had tripled everything. You had no freedom at this point. You sat whole day long in this room, either sleeping or thinking of many manageable ideas to escape. At night, you would be forced to have dinner with the top hero. However, tonight, you didn't want to see his face. Sleeping nowadays wasn't an issue. Having barely anything to do, you just slept. Unfortunately, you were awake by him. You tried to reason yourself out, but Deku wasn't having any of it today, so he carried you to the dining table, plopping you down on a chair. Even when you had to eat, you weren't given the privilege to use your hands. He fed you. At first, you tried to decline his unneeding service, but that only ended up so bad. You never dared to do it again. You weren't sure how long you could keep it up. However, you weren't hungry today, and you weren't ready to adjust to anything Izuku desired. Your lips were shut closed as the spoon reached your mouth. You looked up, an emotionless expression plastered, but a hint of sadness was peeking through. Gulping down any moisture left in your mouth, you spoke. "I'm not hungry." You're not. "But you didn't have anything earlier this morning," he said, a stunned look on his face. You hated just how he kept track of everything you did, everything you ate, everything you liked, everything you greatly abhorred it. If it was a normal circumstance, you would have been overjoyed that this was in no way or any sense of a normal word normal. "I just don't want to eat," you said, breathing a bit faster. "Why? Is the food not good enough? Is it not your taste? What else do you want? Tell me and I'll get it," he said, worry scribed all over his person. But his voice was unhinged and sounded unquit. "I'm not hungry, Izuku." "Did I do something wrong to make you do this to me?" he said, a firm look dominating his features. You did not want to explain yourself. He knows what he's doing right now, and it is wrong, and he had the guts to ask what he did wrong. You just couldn't digest it anymore. "Yes, you've been keeping me locked up in this house without any contents, and I'm not let out of the house, not even once. And Thirdly, you kidnapped me. You snapped, frowning your eyebrows. You gazed straight into his eyes, enraged. You know, I'm doing this to protect you, Yin. Why are you not able to see that? He retorted, his eyes widening. Protecting from what? What will kill me? From everything. You know I'm the #1 hero now, and everyone who despises me will try and hurt you, Izuku shouted. That doesn't mean you give the right to lock me up. Stop being so incompatible. I love you. Why can't you see that? I love you so much that it hurts me so much to see to be away from you. Am I not good enough? Am I still not good enough? Taken aback by his outburst, you throw your glance towards the ground, not wanting to look into his demented eyes. He grips your shoulder, pulling you close to his face. He literally growls at you. Okay, YN. Look at me, YN. Look at me. He sounds so dangerous. You dared not to look back into his green pupils. Your heart was pounding at your ribcage. This unsteady silence that eventually erupted kept you at the edge of your seat. You didn't look up until you heard a faint sniff and sudden moan escape from his lips. You felt sad. But you didn't want to do anything. That could have gone worse or tightened your situation. For a moment, you felt everything was going to be fine and Izuku would leave you alone. But that took a completely opposite turn. You catched a glimpse of his cracking a smile from behind his palms covering his face, and suddenly everything went to hell. I guess I have no choice then, Yin. Bewilderment, you questioned yourself what he meant. Aggressively, he grabbed you, picking you up from your seat with ease. You thrashed and squirmed, moving your limbs to make him loose his clench, but the movement he did. You were thrown onto the mattress. Quickly getting up on your knees, you moved forward, but Izuku was so angry, he grasped at your ankles, pulling you back with frightening strength. You let out a shriek, gasping a sudden jolt of pain. I'm sorry, but I need to do this. I really have to do this. You hurt me so much, it's the only fair... We both have enough. Chaining your legs, he sat at the side of your bed, incredibly taking your hand in hold. You looked at him horrified. You could not predict what he was going to do next, and that just made you extremely terrified. He forced a smile on his lips, tilting his head a little. Tell me, do you love me, Yin? Tell me you do, sincerely, he said. But I would be lying. A crack of your bone reached your ears. Your eyes watered in agony, realizing that he just broke your hand. You screamed in agony, coursing through your entire being. Tell me you love me, Yin. When hearing no response, he grabbed your elbow, twisting it in an inhuman way. You screamed on top of your lungs, tears rapidly pouring down your face. Breathlessly, you hesitantly replied, I love you. I love you, Izuku. He smiled, satisfying, pulling your hand down. He got up, walking to the end of the bed. He sat near your legs, looking deep into your eyes before saying, Say that you'll never leave me, Yin. You did not respond. Just for a few seconds, a horrifying, terrible pain shot through your shouts of agony heightened. He smiled broadly, opening his lips to say that you won't leave me, will you? That got dark. Holy moly. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry that it got so dark. Holy moly. But next will be Ochako. It will be the first girl in my YouTube channel. I think it'll be the first girl. Ooh. Hey, it's Pride Month. For all you I'm sorry, I'm bi, so that's pretty exciting, except I like Toga more, so I might do a Toga X listener soon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Bye, lovelies!